Our world, a solitary sphere adrift in the vast cosmic ocean, finds solace in the embrace of a celestial guardian, the moon. Its gentle silvery glow has illuminated the night sky for millennia, a silent sentinel watching over humanity's journey through time. The moon's gravitational dance dictates the rhythm of our tides, shaping coastlines and influencing the very essence of life on Earth. For countless generations we have gazed upon its familiar face, finding comfort in its predictable presence, a beacon of constancy in an ever-changing universe. Yet, what if this celestial ballet were to be disrupted? Imagine a night sky illuminated not by the soft glow of our celestial companion, but by the blinding light of a cosmic cataclysm. The night sky, once a canvas of tranquility, erupts in a blaze of blinding light. The moon, our steadfast companion, is no more. In its place, a jagged chasm, a wound of fire and fury, splits the lunar surface. Molten lava spills out into the vacuum of space, a gruesome testament to the raw power of the cosmos. The event unfolds with terrifying speed, the initial crack rapidly expanding into a gaping maw that consumes the lunar landscape. As we watch in stunned silence, the unthinkable occurs. The two halves of the fractured moon, once united in their celestial dance, begin to drift apart. The once familiar face of the moon, a beacon of tranquility in the night sky, is now a scene of unimaginable violence. The crack, a gaping maw of molten light, widens with agonizing slowness, splitting the lunar surface as if it were a celestial fruit being cleaved in two. Gigantic chunks of lunar rock, once solid and immutable, are ripped from the surface, flung into space like shrapnel from a celestial explosion. The molten heart of the moon, exposed for the first time in billions of years, boils and churns within the chasm. Rivers of fire cascade across the lunar surface, consuming everything in their path. For the Earth, the clock is ticking. The moon, once a source of wonder and inspiration, is now a harbinger of destruction. The violence of the moon's demise is not confined to the lunar surface. Billions of tons of lunar rock, transformed into deadly projectiles by the force of the split, hurtle through space at terrifying speeds. This cosmic shrapnel, a hailstorm of destruction on a planetary scale, poses a grave threat to Earth, a celestial bullseye in its path. Each fragment, no matter how small, carries with it the potential for unimaginable destruction. Even the smallest pebble, entering the Earth's atmosphere at hypersonic speeds, can transform into a fiery meteor, capable of leveling entire city blocks. The Earth, once a sanctuary, nurtured by the moon's gentle influence, is now a target in a cosmic shooting gallery. The chasm between the two lunar halves, a wound in the fabric of the night sky, continues to expand. The separation reveals the moon's inner layers, a hidden anatomy of our cosmic companion, exposed for the first time in billions of years. Glowing veins of molten rock snake through the newly revealed depths, highlighting the immense forces at play. From Earth, the moon, once a perfect disk of silver, now appears as a jagged, broken circle. The familiar patterns of its surface, the craters and mares that have inspired poets and astronomers for millennia, are now distorted, fragmented. As the distance between the lunar fragments grows, their gravitational pull on Earth weakens. Earth, no longer tethered to the moon's steady influence, begins to wobble on its axis. The planet's rotation, once as predictable as the rising and setting of the sun, becomes erratic, unpredictable. Days lengthen and shorten with alarming irregularity. Seasons, once governed by the tilt of the Earth's axis, become chaotic, blurring into one another. Without the moon's stabilizing influence, Earth's climate, already under strain from human activity, descends into further chaos. Weather patterns become extreme, unpredictable. The most immediate and dramatic impact of the moon's split is felt in Earth's oceans. The tides, once governed by the moon's rhythmic pull, now surge with unpredictable violence, driven by the competing gravitational forces of the two lunar fragments. Coastal cities, once bustling hubs of human activity, are inundated by towering walls of water. Waves, taller than skyscrapers, crash into buildings, reducing them to rubble. The sea, once a source of life and sustenance, has become a relentless, unforgiving enemy. As the tides rage out of control, they reshape coastlines, swallowing entire islands and carving new inlets and bays. The once bustling metropolises that lined Earth's coastlines now find themselves at the mercy of the enraged oceans. Where towering skyscrapers once scraped the sky, now only their uppermost floors pierce the churning water, like the ghostly masts of sunken ships. The relentless tides, no longer bound by the moon's predictable pull, surge through the concrete canyons, transforming familiar streets into treacherous rapids. The iconic skylines of New York, London, Tokyo, all reduced to a watery graveyard of shattered glass and twisted steel. The remnants of human civilization bob amidst the flotsam and jetsam, a stark reminder of the raw power of nature unleashed. The air, thick with the stench of salt water and decay, is punctuated by the despairing cries of survivors clinging to whatever wreckage they can find. As night falls, the fractured moon hangs heavy in the sky, casting an unfamiliar, unsettling light upon the ravaged earth. The familiar, comforting glow of old is gone, replaced by a cold, fragmented luminescence that seems to mock the devastation below. The two halves of the moon, no longer whole, no longer comforting, stare down like the eyes of some celestial predator, their shattered forms a constant reminder of the catastrophe that has befallen humanity. The shadows cast by this alien moon are long and distorted, stretching across the flooded landscape like the fingers of a malevolent entity. The familiar constellations, once a source of comfort and navigation, are lost in the distorted light, replaced by the unsettling sight of the fragmented moon. The night sky, once a source of wonder and inspiration, is now a constant reminder of the catastrophe that has befallen humanity. The world, once a tapestry woven from the delicate threads of predictable seasons, reliable tides, and a constant moon, now unravels at an alarming pace. The very foundations of our planet, both physical and societal, crumble under the weight of the moon's disintegration. The familiar rhythms of life, the ebb and flow of the tides, the dance of the seasons, the comforting cycle of day and night, all disrupted, replaced by a chaotic symphony of destruction. The Earth, once a cradle of life, now resembles a world at war with itself. Volcanoes, dormant for millennia, roar back to life, spewing molten rock and ash into the atmosphere, choking the skies with a suffocating blanket of grey. The moon, once a source of wonder and inspiration, is now a symbol of chaos and destruction, a constant reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of the vast, uncaring universe. The Earth, once shielded by the vastness of space, now faces a new threat, a relentless bombardment of lunar debris. Chunks of rock, ranging in size from pebbles to mountains, hurtle towards the planet, transformed into fiery meteors by their violent descent through the atmosphere. The night sky, once a tapestry of stars, is now a terrifying display of fiery streaks, each one a harbinger of potential devastation. The initial impacts are swift and merciless. Smaller fragments explode in the upper atmosphere, creating blinding flashes of light and thunderous booms that reverberate across the already traumatized planet. Larger pieces, their fiery trails carving long scars across the sky, slam into the Earth with the force of countless atomic bombs. The oceans, already in turmoil from the erratic tides, bear the brunt of the assault. Mountain-sized chunks of lunar rock slam into the water, creating monstrous tsunamis that dwarf even the largest waves ever recorded. Coastal regions, already devastated by the initial floods, are utterly obliterated, swallowed by walls of water that surge miles inland. The rain of fire spares no corner of the globe. Deserts, once scorching landscapes of sand and silence, are pockmarked by craters, the air thick with dust and the smell of molten rock. Forests, once lush and teeming with life, are reduced to blazing infernos, the air choked with smoke and the screams of fleeing animals. The earth, once a vibrant tapestry of life, is scarred and battered, transformed into a desolate wasteland. In the heartlands of civilization, the impact of the lunar bombardment is catastrophic. Cities, already reeling from the floods and the societal breakdown, are transformed into infernos of fire and debris. Skyscrapers, once symbols of human ambition, crumble and fall like houses of cards, their steel skeletons twisted and melted by the intense heat. The ground shakes with relentless fury as if the planet itself is convulsing in pain. Fault lines buckle and rupture, unleashing earthquakes that reshape the landscape in an instant. Volcanoes, dormant for millennia, roar back to life, spewing molten lava and ash into the darkened sky, adding to the apocalyptic tableau. The air, thick with dust and smoke, burns the eyes and chokes the lungs. The stench of death, a sickly sweet aroma of burning flesh and vegetation, permeates everything. Survivors, their faces streaked with soot and tears, emerge from the rubble, their eyes reflecting the horror of a world transformed into a living hell. In the face of such overwhelming destruction, social order collapses completely. The rule of law, already strained by the unfolding disaster, evaporates. Panic and desperation reign as the survivors, driven by primal instinct, fight for dwindling resources: food, water, shelter. The veneer of civilization, so thin, so fragile, is stripped away, revealing the raw, brutal struggle for survival that lies beneath. In the aftermath of the bombardment, an eerie silence descends upon the ravaged earth. The once familiar sounds of nature, the chirping of insects, the rustling of leaves, the gentle lapping of waves, are replaced by a haunting quiet, broken only by the crackle of dying fires and the mournful cries of the wind. The sky, once a source of wonder and inspiration, now hangs heavy with a sense of foreboding. The two halves of the moon, forever fractured, cast an alien glow upon the shattered landscape, their presence a constant reminder of the cosmic catastrophe that has befallen humanity. The survivors, scattered and traumatized, emerge from the ruins, their eyes haunted by the horrors they have witnessed. They wander through a world stripped bare, their footsteps echoing in the stillness, their hearts heavy with grief for what has been lost. The world as they knew it is gone, replaced by a desolate landscape of shattered dreams and shattered lives. The future, once a canvas of endless possibilities, now stretches before them, bleak and uncertain. The moon, once a symbol of hope and inspiration, now hangs in the sky, a celestial tombstone, a stark reminder of the day the heavens fell. Across the ravaged globe, in the few pockets of civilization spared the moon's wrath, a different kind of struggle for survival was underway. Scientists and engineers emerged from shattered laboratories, their eyes fixed on the remnants of the night sky. Telescopes, computers, satellites, all in ruins. Yet the human spirit refused to be extinguished. They cobbled together scraps of technology. Ham radios crackled to life, connecting isolated outposts. Fragmented data trickled in from surviving stations. Each byte a precious piece of a cosmic puzzle. Questions were as numerous as the stars. What caused the moon to fracture? What are the long-term consequences for Earth? Was this a freak event or a harbinger of greater cataclysms? Answers came from flickering screens of salvaged laptops, faint signals intercepted by jury-rigged antennas, and the collective knowledge of a global community of scientists. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, in hardened bunkers, a different kind of scientific struggle was taking place. Here, teams of astrophysicists and computer scientists huddled around holographic displays. They witnessed the moon's demise through supercomputers running complex simulations. The images were both breathtaking and terrifying. They revealed the moon's internal structure with unprecedented clarity, tracing the energy's path to a cosmic anomaly light years away. The implications were staggering. The moon's fracture was not a random event. It was the result of forces set in motion eons ago. Earth had witnessed a cosmic event of unprecedented scale. Scientists mapped the trajectory of lunar fragments and predicted gravitational effects. The answers were encoded in mathematics, physics, and computer code. Each answer generated more questions, pushing the edge of human understanding. The world watched in awe as the two halves of the moon settled into their new orbits around the Earth. The night sky, once dominated by a single orb, now had two luminous crescents in a silent dance. The familiar lunar phases and tides were irrevocably altered. The immediate threat had passed, but long-term consequences were emerging. Erratic tides reshaped coastlines, making navigation perilous. Disrupted seasons led to agricultural havoc and societal unrest. Amidst chaos, hope emerged. Humanity showed remarkable resilience. Global scientific breakthroughs were achieved. The moon's remnants became a source of inspiration. New technologies harnessed the moon's properties for clean energy and space exploration. The human spirit emerged stronger and more united. The shattered moon became a beacon of hope and resilience. The future was now a canvas for a new chapter in human history. The Earth bears the scars of the moon's demise, coastlines redrawn, cities vanished beneath the waves or reduced to rubble. The moon, once a beacon, now a fractured memory, yet from the ashes a new world emerges, forever marked by the celestial event. The night sky, a reminder of the universe's power. The two halves cast an ethereal glow, evoking awe, fear, and loss. Survivors struggle to rebuild. The old world is gone. Yet the human spirit endures. The will to survive burns brighter. Humanity confronts its mortality, revealing resilience and the need for meaning. Generations have passed since the moon shattered. Children born into a world lit by two moons know only stories of the full moon. The Earth, scarred but not broken, has adapted. Cities reach for the sky, reflecting their celestial companions. Humanity, united by loss, looks to a new horizon, a future shaped by the night the moon split in two.